Like mid in Mirage is like the most important part of the map. If you're able to get that in some rounds, you're a big reason you're gonna win these rounds. So try to just remember that. In this video, I am coaching a FACEIT level 10 on how to play connector properly. He had an amazing T side, but on the CT side he lost all confidence. I will not waste more of your time, so grab a pen and paper and enjoy today's session. I have to just start by asking, like, what role do you play usually? Because I've seen some of the demo and it's quite good. But what role do you usually play for, like, T side?
T side, I mean, when I play with friends, I end up playing kind of support, but also I like just rifling and peeking. So I don't know, maybe second entry also sometimes.
Some unlucky shooting, but you get him in the end, that's good.
Yeah, this game I played with no warm-up, I just logged on, so...
I see.
But I recovered.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. Nice shot. That's a good round. Good fucking team clutch.
1 HP.
1 HP, that's insane. Yeah, I think the only thing you can like talk about that could have been bad, but it wasn't bad this round. It's just the fact here. Here, like just like holding your flash here, because like he swings you from mid. Yeah, if he swings you from mid, your teammate cannot see him before he sees you with the flash out, so you will die and your teammate will trade. But other than that, wasn't really wrong, and nobody came there, so it wasn't a problem. Good flash, lucky that hits him. I like how you check it, man. I think that's good entering path you take there. Flash by your teammate. Beautiful shot. Got them. Should have gotten the last. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
I needed to peek there for the highlights.
Yeah, you have to. After getting that tap, you just peek. You don't care if you die or not. That's just you peek that. It's a rule. You help your teammates to entry out. Good flashes. Good shit. Like there you see like the element of you just 100% just being a support player. Like you had good flashes to get your teammates out, and like even though you didn't do much, you still got a lot of control, jumping up on smoke and stuff, and of course getting the info where the last guy is. Like you haven't done any big mistakes so far. Like positioning have been good and everything.
So I think the city side was a bit worse.
Oh, you can. God damn! Some of these sprays you've had, you've been so. It's like the third time somebody's shooting at you and you've been blind and you still get them. That is well done, man. Well done.
But I don't know, when I play con, I don't like peeking top mid. I feel like they're always just holding and I end up dying. Yeah,
the con position is a very tough position to play. Since everybody know about to smoke in one way, and like if they can't see you, they will just spam, try to get lucky. Very tough to play. Usually good in con. Have a smoke like this is play either the left side or the right side here, and just like look over it to see if they cross this way.
Yeah.
Usually it's just the better option, unless you have an AWP and a good spawn. I think playing it safer is better. Let's see now. Use a mate in mid. Like this, very good. It's holding up. Timing here. That is just unlucky. You just get timing there. Like you're heading back, as it seems like. Try to fall away before the smoke fades.
Yeah, but it was too late.
A little bit too late because it fades now. Might have had a chance to get behind like the box here, but it wouldn't really have helped you. It's unlucky, and yeah, now your teammate's kinda alone. Couldn't do much there. I think there maybe, like I don't know what your mid player were doing since you're not helping him in mid. Maybe him peeking mid. I don't know, if he had an AWP, it might have been right to do, but since you're not helping, it's very hard for the mid to like get anything done.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. Like I want to help, but I feel if I'm peeking con, then I just die and it's wasted.
I think you should look into doing like these. What is it called again? Because playing con, and especially with no op, it's very hard, and like you gotta have some big balls and just swinging that every round and keep dying, trying to help your mid guy. I guess like when you're in a position like that, try to like switch up your playstyle a little bit. Go underground, push up mid, get like the other guy to flash you and stuff like that. Like right now you're just like smoking it, and like if you're not using the smoke, you're kind of just wasting a smoke in the round. Unfortunate. I have to ask, when you flashed, did your teammate call that they could be out and that's why you flashed?
Yeah.
That is not your fault. That is all about your mate who's still sitting in like CT and is able to see if they run out fast. And either he didn't and they had a crazy timing, or you have to have a talk with him on how he holding a... And I just have to ask, by the way, if you're like, you don't like to play con, what is the reason you play con then? 5-man.
Because I like playing con, but I just feel sometimes I end up doing nothing and just staying top con.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it that much.
I see.
But I would like to learn how to play it better, so I can, because it's like a position you can get a lot of impact.
Yeah, it's con and window is like the two positions you can have the most impact on Mirage. It's a reason like, you know, we see Twist and Rops being con players, or Mirage getting insane stats, Ops always window and stuff like that. You should just call to your teammate because you're a 5-man, just ask somebody else to take it. Yeah. And of course, if somebody says yes, perfect, you allow them to do it for just 2 or 3 rounds where you can just like try something else instead of forcing yourself going every round. What was you thinking here?
He called nothing mid.
Alright,
so
alright.
I was waiting for him to call if there's something mid, so I didn't want to waste my smoke.
Yes, that's smart. Get one. Idea what he's like. Oh, little overpeak. It happens.
Yeah, I think I hit him -90 or something.
Yeah, I think you hit him 3 times. And I can see why you want to go for that, 100%.
I think this round they also rushed out there.
Yeah, I see that they are...
But I'm trying to help, but he was stairs already shooting me.
Yeah, that is a very tough fight to do. I think it's you dying. I think it's better for you to wait a little bit longer there instead of just wide swinging this, because you know that like last time they were up on stairs in like 12 seconds into the round. So I think you just waiting. I think that's 9. With number 9 on stairs and killing this guy instead, like the guy top stairs. I think that's better than swinging out, trying to do a hero play.
Yeah.
I see this should be the last one before we see that. So you're going con, you flash. There's not much you can do here. I think what you should think about next time you play con is kind of how you want to play before you even like play con. Like think about like, do you want to like, because you have like still you haven't tried to do like a top mid peak yet. Like I haven't seen like a single round you even trying it. I think like a very good thing to test the enemy in a position you're unsure about is to do peaks. Do some like random plays, like smoke bottom con, get your other A player to flash you, and you just push top mid, try to get a kill. Like do these random plays, you get a feeling of how the enemy plays. If you let's say push mid 2 times and there's nobody mid, or like the mid players is playing like far back, you'll understand that like the 3rd round you can just smoke and hold top mid, and they usually won't be pushing you. You already gotten the info that like how they like to play mid. I think
Makes sense.
I think as soon as you understand how they play mid, it's much easier to play these positions. It's a reason, like your B player, for instance, he's like haven't been aggressive at all, and they've been able to like push a lot. Now he's aggressive, he's understanding. I hope at least he's understanding that if they push a lot, him in CT have been quite useless for now. Like try to like instead of just doing like, all right, I'm not too comfortable with this position, let me just do my util, do the stuff I usually do, and then we see what happens. Try to instead be a little bit aggressive in the start. Try to understand like, how do they play mid? Do they even go underground? Do they spam the smoke? Like, can we use some like flashes top mid to take more space? And try to do that the next time you're gonna play con.
Yeah, for sure.
Just try to be a little bit more like experimental in the start. And if you get fucked 5 rounds in a row, go 0-5 in con, can't do anything, then go back to playing passive like you're doing now. But like in the start, just play it slowly, try to just like slowly try to understand how they will play it, and then utilize your position.
Makes sense.
Like as well yeah.
Yeah, then it will be easier to like read the enemies as well if I know
Yeah,
how their
100%.
default is.
100% it would be easier. As well as I haven't seen your teammates playing much of short as well. If you're like, yeah, con is kind of hard, you could always be like, alright, I want to play short mid instead. And then get like your window guy to be a little bit more careful. It's something like that as well, like switching up there. You're still holding mid. But yeah, so try to like switch it up before you go into this very passive hold when you're not feeling confident. Because you were doing fucking amazing in the start. 1v2 clutching, 3Ks in a 2v3, like with the one tap and the highlights. Like try to like figure out why you're so confident in the start. And then why it like dips down during like CT side. Something about your CT side that you might feel like you're struggling with, for instance. Or something like that.
I just feel more confident picking on T side.
Yeah. So, do you know why you feel more confident? It's because you can kind of dictate the game yourself, like the pace and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
and I can just have the rounds go.
I see that. No, yeah, 100%. It is like... a lot of people feel more confident on T side because you have more control of what you're doing. You kind of know when you're gonna do an execute, you know where, like, you know the normal angles you have to peek and make sure they aren't. You can dictate way more of the game. On CT, where you kind of have to just sit and wait for somebody to peek you, for somebody to do something. And I think if you if that is what brings the confidence in you, is just dictating the game you play, like dictating how it's played, T side. I think being more aggressive on CT side will help you more. Like watch Yikinder demos, how he is aggressive and dictating the game on CT side, for instance. Like watch some of his games or even just highlights and see how he's using his utility to like get this crazy plays going CT side.
Yeah,
I think that would be helping you more, at least with confident wise. Of course, you're gonna have some games where you get killed 6 times in a row. You're starting the game 0-6. Best thing you can do then is just fall. Then you can of course put the brakes on, take it slow again, just play fundamental CSGO, proper CSGO. These games where you have a big lead, try to be more aggressive. I think that will help your teammate and yourself. I can tell you some small stuff you might have done wrong, but there's nothing like major issues like on T side. You played fucking great. Full confident running in, first guy, second guy, third guy, didn't matter, you're getting the kills either way. That's probably the confidence you need for your CT side as well. Just take that as a note. Just like watch some Yikinder demos, watch how these like aggressive players play their CT side to still have like keep up the playstyle. Here in this round, for instance, your teammate gets the first kill here, top mid.
On mid, so I should have him peek more maybe.
You should just like gun top mid. You're up 4-5, 4v5, 5v4 I mean. I think like after that kill is like happens, you just go up. Ask your teammate to hold top mid while you're peeking up. Whenever you get top mid, you ask this guy to go and hold and help on A. Like, sure, like small stuff like that, like switching it up, I think would have helped you way more. You won the game though, well played man, well played. Like, I would say T side you didn't do anything wrong. Like, T side you just popped off. Like 100%. I think you just have to try, like, at least for this slow CT side, just try to figure out like why you're this confident on T side. And why you're not that confident on the CT side. I think that's like everything. Like your aim is on point. Some of the shots you were hitting, like I could only dream about. It's fucking like pistol around with 1 HP and still clutching it out, getting these kills. Like it's crazy. You need that type of confidence, I think, for like these connector holds for you.
Yeah.
And just try to understand this, like whenever they like mid and Mirage is like the most important part of the map. If you're able to get that in some rounds, you're a big reason you're gonna win these rounds. So try to just remember that. And last thing I guess is just if you ever like if you keep getting like fucked or you're not confident enough in like the position, try to just switch it up with someone. Ask for like A site, playing mid with the op, playing short, B site if you even want that. I think that will help you a lot.
Yep.
Like, I can't say much more to you, man. Like, you played hella well. Like, T side, I can't even complain about anything. CT side is just about make sure your A guys can give you more calls and more confident. You will be doing way better.